This game's called Fresher for grades 3 to 8, and you just need cones. This is a tag and teamwork type game. So you'll start by using the end lines, and you can use the basketball court lines, those work really well, and place down some cones in the corners, and those represent jails or prisons for each team. We have blue and red, and the blue team will be in their safe zone there to start, and the red team starting in their safe zone across. So the middle area, that's the playing area, that's where players can get tagged. And the goal of the game is to try and tag all the other team members and have them in your jail or in your prison, then you'd win the round. But the thing about this game is when we look at the word fresher, there's the word fresh in there. And basically, you can imagine that players have a timer, an imaginary timer for every player. And when they're in their safe zone, that timer's at 0. But as soon as they leave their playing area, they become old or not so fresh. So the thing is, you can only tag somebody in this game if you're fresher than them. So we'll look at the example here. The blue players have been the first to leave, and you can have as many as you want. And the red players came out there. They were fresher, and so they tagged those blue players. So that was pretty easy. We see that the red came out after the blue, so they were fresher, so they could tag the blue. The blue couldn't do anything to tag them at that point. So those players that were tagged go into the jail on the red side, and they're going to stand there, link arms or hold hands, and they can stretch out so as the jail gets more full, they can extend that line closer to their own team. Now those red players that have been sitting there aren't so fresh anymore, but we see one went back to their home base, so they're free. That resets their timer, so their counter's back at 0. But the one that's staying out there is really old now at this point because they've been out there for a long time. And anybody who's fresher, well, the blue team, one player came out there and tagged that player because that blue player was fresher than them. So off to the jail they go. Now you can save players that are in the prisons. You just have to go there and you can save only one at a time if you can make it there safely. So a blue player that was out there tried, but the red player was fresher. They left their base and they tagged that player. So of course that player goes to the jail as well. And you can see there's a player, that red player who's sitting there. We'll talk about that here in a sec. But another red player, meanwhile, ran through really quickly. None of the blue players saw that coming and saved that player. So they get a free walk back. If anybody gets saved from the prison, they get a free walk, both of the one who saved them and the person who is in the jail. Now that red player who's been sitting there for a long time is kind of puppy guarding. Now that's not really fair. You could put a rule in there. You could have like a buffer zone or a barrier where the teams can't be too close. But we're just gonna take a look here that player goes back and they reset. So however you want to put that in, I've tried it both ways, without a barrier zone and with one, and it worked well both ways. So you can try it as it works for you. Now we're going to look 3 players as a common strategy. Some people all go out at the same time, and then the other team chases them, so they draw them in, and then at that point, players who were fresher, so it's kind of like the trap strategy, have come out and tagged those ones. And if that other player, blue player, goes and resets and then tags that player, then all 4 of those, or all 3 of those, would be in the jail. So that's a common strategy that happens in this game. Other things, besides that trap thing, if players don't know how long they've been out, so sometimes players are sitting around and they don't know how fresh they are, and the person who tagged them didn't know, and so instead of arguing, because that'll happen sometimes where players will say, I'm fresher, no, I'm fresher, make a rule where they can just rock, paper, scissors, or something like that, so that they don't argue. Of course, we never want that in any type of game, so it's all about teamwork and fair play, and try it out. That's basically the idea for this game.